Here they are at the VIP table. Kevin Karlson and Pete McKenzie from WZLX. What's going on, guys?
Oh, thank you. We have been waiting years to be here. How does this work? Do I just grab something, or?
Apparently, that is how it's going to work today.
You don't want me touching that, do you?
No.
I'll put it back.
You know what? If you want it, I wanted to eat it later, but that's fine.
Can I poke a meatball?
Yeah, well, that's, as long as that isn't some kind of analogy, okay? Thank you for that. Thank you for Arturo's from Westboro for providing.
We're tearing this table up.
What about the vegetables?
I
I
want some shrimp.
Fellas, we have to talk about your favorite restaurants. All right, that's why I ran into you guys recently at the Ernie Bach Jr. Roast.
Right.
Mackenzie, you're asking me all about food and restaurants. Karlson, it seemed to me like you didn't really have much of a clue. I mean, you don't seem to be a fine dining kind of guy.
Fast food kind of guy.
No, I don't spend a lot of money on. It's about quantity for me, not quality. I'll eat anywhere, but yeah, it's I just like food.
You just like going around and poking other people's meatballs, don't you?
I'll poke like something like this. I'd want 6 of those. That's 4 meatballs.
All right, now, but we're all big eaters at this table. Okay?
No question about it.
So one of the places I know that you like to go is a place for really huge eaters. It's called Carl's Oxford Diner. This place has about the biggest portions I've ever seen.
You're familiar with Carl's, are you?
I'm quite familiar with Carl's.
The way to experience Carl's Oxford Diner is to eat at the bar. You cannot go into the restaurant in the back and get served by a waitress.
Right.
You have to eat at the bar.
Right at the counter.
Yeah, with the chef's butt right in your face. It's the way to go at Carl's. I'm telling you. You get portions that are overflowing on the plate. In fact, they have a sign in there that says, all right, if you are going to share your meal, we reserve the right to charge double.
Yeah, and they should.
And they should.
You're exactly right. Because the portions they're totally ludicrous. You can get a side of bacon there. It's like 15 slices of bacon. So pretty cool place.
It's the birthplace of cholesterol.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Now, I know you usually like to eat healthy, of course. But now, you're an old school kind of guy. You like to go to these old school neighborhood places. There's a restaurant called the Rosewood. All right, it's in Bellingham. Now, what is this place? We've never featured them on the show before.
There's a little bit of ice cream in there. I enjoy some treats after I have it. But I go in there and I get a lobster roll.
Yeah.
And you get a bag of chips with it. I put the bag of chips aside, okay? I order a big old basket of onion rings.
Okay.
I eat the onion rings, and then on my way home, I have my chips.
There you go.
Nice.
Big old lobster roll. It is delicious.
Great. So I like because it's like an ice cream place first, and then they also are known for their lobster roll.
Yeah.
And another place that's actually kind of similar to that is a restaurant called Nicky's. Now this is in Rentham, in another kind of ice cream parlor slash place that Karlson likes to eat.
You can get your treats. If you need your treats.
You got a big smile on your face.
I do love that place. Look, my wife and I would go in there, $12, $13 for both of us, okay?
$12, $13 for two?
For 2 people.
Wow.
Okay? I get a turkey club sandwich, and it's about a minute from my house. These are the things that I think about when picking.
You think about Nikki on your drive
I see
home?
all these restaurants. It's all about how close is it to my house? Is it cheap, and do I get a lot of it?
Well, that's one way to look at it. I mean, people that watch this show like to get in their car and drive like 100 miles to go for dinner.
No.
You, it's like, maybe 100 yards. That's the radius.
That's right.
It's like, is it true you moved to the nearest Arby's just so you could have that proximity?
We could spend an hour talking about Arby's.
No, we could indeed.
Which I love.
All right, now let's talk about something a little more upscale. Now, you actually go to a lot of really nice restaurants. I know you watch the show. You go to restaurants you see.
Sure.
Your spot for Chinese food is a place called Lotus Blossom in Sudbury. This is really like a beautiful kind of upscale Asian restaurant.
Lotus Blossom is nice. They just redid their bar. I don't know if you know that or not.
No.
But the place is beautiful. I know Kenny by name. He's the bartender there.
You drink, don't you?
Well, they make exotic Mai Tais. I was getting to that.
Yes.
And it's a 15-year-old rum that they make the exotic Mai Tai with. It's absolutely unbelievable. Now, the Chinese food there.
Chinese food, yeah.
Is great.
Yeah.
The hot and spicy shrimp, pineapple rice, to die for. It makes your mouth water just talking about it.
Right.
Their sushi, the sizes of their sushi are like French toast. That's how big they are. They're big slices of sushi.
That's the strangest food analogy of the day.
I'm telling you, they're big, they're generous portions of sushi, and yeah, it's a great place, really is.
I'm going to go on the limb and say you probably don't eat a lot of sushi.
I didn't even know what the heck he was talking about.
Come on. The French toast you could probably relate to.
All I was thinking about was that basket of onion rings that I talked about at Rosewood.
All right, go to Rosewood, go to Nicky's, go to all these places. Of
They're
course,
great stuff.
thank you for coming on the show, guys. And you can listen to Karlson McKenzie weekdays from 5:30 until 10. He's grabbing my meatballs again at 100.7 WZLX.